Disney movies shaped many of our childhoods, but not everything in them is as innocent as it seems. From disturbing inspirations to grim background stories, these films hide some seriously dark details you may have missed. So today we are going to reveal 10 dark hidden Disney details you missed. Remember to like and subscribe, and what's your favorite dark Disney detail? Let us know in the comments below. The Princess and the Frog is a severely underrated Disney movie. This version of the classic grim story, The Frog Prince, is given a unique twist, taking place in New Orleans, where the lead heroine is a restaurant owner named Tiana. This movie introduces a great villain, the manipulating Dr. Facilier. His penchant for control and voodoo magic makes him a force to be reckoned with. There's a dark hidden detail during his song, Friends on the Other Side, that you might have missed. Behind Dr. Facilier, his shadow reveals skulls and crossbones on his wallpaper, which is appropriate considering he's singing about death. The Little Mermaid kicked off the Renaissance era of Disney, bringing new life to the world of animation. The Little Mermaid, which is loosely based on Hans Christian Andersen's story from 1837, gives us so many fun characters, but one scene featuring a rather tone-deaf character is darker than it appears. The scene where Eric and Ariel are out on a boat ride, Scuttle tries to set the mood, but his choice in music backfires. He chooses to perform a very distorted version of the love theme from Tchaikovsky's Romeo and Juliet. And we all know how that ended. Ratatouille was such a good movie that inspired everyone to become cooks, because after all, anyone can cook. Throughout the movie, we see so many different kinds of scrumptious foods, but one piece of food is so disturbing that it could even make a rat nauseous. When Remy and Linguini are back in the pantry, we see Remy chowing down on some cheese, but right behind him, there is a container of caviar labeled Nemo Caviar.
Nemo! Nemo! No!
Mulan is an extremely popular Disney favorite not just because of the characters, but because this movie is filled with tons of songs that are absolute bangers. But one song marks a significant turning point in the film. The song A Girl Worth Fighting For is a lighthearted tune until the song gets stopped short when the troops stumble upon a massacre. The song takes on a whole different meaning when Mulan picks up a doll while searching for survivors. She found her own girl worth fighting for, and also from this point on, there are no more musical scenes. Beauty and the Beast is not only beautifully animated, but has many poignant moments and lessons throughout the movie that remind us of the power of love. However, this movie has many dark themes and undertones that many are aware of, but there is one dark detail relating to Gaston's death that many people aren't aware of. Just before Gaston plummets to his death, you can see skulls appear in his eyes, foreshadowing his imminent demise. Not a happy ending for Gaston. Cinderella is one of the most well-known fairy tales of all time. This timeless adaptation reminds us all of the power of belief and dreams. But as we know, Cinderella's journey to her happy ending was filled with utter disappointment and abuse. There's one scene early on in the movie that shows just how trapped Cinderella really was. When Cinderella enters her stepmother's room, you can see shadows on Cinderella that look just like a cage, symbolizing her being trapped in her own house. How poetic. The Lion King is one of the most loved Disney movies of all time, giving us incredible animation, memorable songs, and a top-tier villain, Mufasa's estranged brother, Scar. Scar is ranked as one of the best Disney villains of all time, according to Variety. There's a sneaky dark detail in this movie that adds even more malice to Scar's villainous personality. If you pay close attention to Scar, compared to the rest of the lions in this movie, he's the only lion whose claws are always out. This goes to show Scar is always on the offensive and has a predator mindset all the time. Encanto was a culturally beautiful movie introducing us to the Madrigal family, a family full of many extraordinary gifts, but at the same time, a very dysfunctional family. We get to see just how dysfunctional this family is, thanks to a dark detail during the song Surface Pressure. We see Mirabel on a ship that looks very similar to the Titanic, along with donkeys playing violins crashing into an iceberg. On the side of the ship you can see the name Madrigal, which is hinting that a great disaster will befall the family if Louisa doesn't protect the family from themselves. This family is in more trouble than we originally thought. Beauty and the Beast was an incredible hit for Disney, being the first fully animated film to be nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars, but it also took home 2 Academy Awards. Many people fell in love with the enchantments within the Beast's castle, but there is one part of the castle that has a very dark secret. We all remember Beast telling Belle not to go into the West Wing.
The castle is your home now, so you can go anywhere you like, except the West Wing.
What's in the West?
It's forbidden!
Now, many of us are so captivated by the enchanted rose that we think that is the main reason why the West Wing is forbidden. But there is a worse reason to why it's forbidden. If you look around the West Wing when Belle first enters it, there is broken furniture everywhere. We all know that Beast's servants were cursed as living pieces of household objects. This dark detail points to a rather disturbing possibility that during Beast's exile, he killed many of his servants in a rage, and that's the real reason why the West Wing is forbidden. And finally, the beloved Pixar movie Toy Story gives us a powerful reminder that we all have a friend willing to go to infinity and beyond for us. But throughout the movie, we see Buzz and Woody's friendship constantly being tested, especially whenever Sid was involved. We all know that Sid is a psycho and has definitely never been to a medical school. But there is one dark detail that shows just how far gone Sid's mental state really is. Near the end of the movie, we see Buzz and Woody having a heartfelt discussion in Sid's room. Meanwhile, you can see a book next to Woody titled Improvised Interrogation Handbook. Therapists are going to have a busy time trying to fix this kid. Well, there it is. 10 dark hidden Disney details you missed. I hope you learned something new. Remember to like and subscribe so you do not miss out on any content. See you soon.